Hello. The world says Earth.
Yes, it does. But we also live on Earth.
Welcome to the Digi-Cola Bar. I'm your host and bartender, White Blight 9000.
And I'm your co-host, bouncer, designated driver. What is my role again? Shellheads.
I think we decided on bouncer, because then you work at the bar. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Fine, I'm the bouncer. Boing, boing.
And we are your hosts here at the Digi-Cola Bar. We hope to have guests on in the future, but for episode 1, it's going to be just us.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a podcast, since I guess we have to explain it because it's episode 1. This is going to be a podcast where we just talk about stuff like you do in a podcast.
Whoa.
I know. Crazy, mind-blowing. We're probably just going to talk about like what we've done this week, where you can catch us out at, because we're all like Twitch streamers / YouTuber people. And just like whatever's going on in the world. Like today we're probably just going to be talking about Nintendo Direct and probably only Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
Other than like what else we've been doing.
Right.
But since Nintendo Direct's obviously the big important thing, let's talk about what we've been doing this week.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I haven't played any of the other Ultimate Alliance games, but I was really excited for this one because I'm a big fan of Marvel and the properties, and I've been playing it, with my dad and my brother. We all play co-op together. It's a lot of fun. I just beat the hard mode, and I'm starting up a new game plus. It's called Superior mode, and I'm getting my butt kicked.
Is like Superior mode a mode where it's like you have to beat it on like at least the normal difficulty, and then it unlocks the like...
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one of those modes.
Yeah.
Cool.
You unlock the kick you in the butt one.
The kick you in the butt one. Man, the game I've been playing has one of those, and I'm not man enough to do it yet. Then again, I haven't beat the base game.
Sucker.
So, how many characters are in it at this point? Because I think they've released some of the DLC, right?
I believe... Don't actually quote me on this. I have to look this up.
I mean, you can give us a rough estimate.
I want to say there's at least... I want to say there's at least 40.
Okay, not bad. Not Super Smash Brothers level, but not bad.
Yeah.
We're going to get to Super Smash Brothers later.
Yeah, Smash Brothers is going places.
It's going places.
Some that we were not prepared for.
Megalovania's in it now.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we'll get to it later. So is that really all you got to say on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3?
Yeah, it's a good game. I like it. It does have a little challenge. I do recommend playing more heroes than you want, because if you're only stuck with one party, you're kind of screwed.
Oh boy, is like each of them have their own strengths and weaknesses. It's not just like this is a certain fighting style and that's it.
Yeah, and when you unlock them, they're set at a certain level, and it's not like Pokemon with XP share. And so, like, I have characters that are level 50, and I also have characters that are level 5.
Yeah, well, Pokemon didn't always have XP share, and back then it was way more difficult to actually do things. XP share ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not talking about Pokemon. We're talking about
we're
your
talking
game.
about Pokemon after my game. Astral Chain, super dope. Just got it like a couple of days ago. Have already gotten like 12 hours in it.
He hasn't even beaten it yet. Can you believe it?
I know, right? I've had it for 2 days and I'm not done yet. It's super fun. The combat is not intuitive, but the second you figure it out, it's really fun. I would say the combat is probably like the main draw to the game, which is weird because it's like if it doesn't get you on that first impression and you're like, this is weird and I don't like it, there's not going to be too much for you because the combat is like the biggest part about the game that's fun.
It reminds me of another game that Platinum Games has created that people were up in arms about how the controls sucked, called Star Fox Zero, aka it's a good game.
Can this just be a thing, like every episode you find a way to defend Star Fox Zero?
Honestly, I try to do that as much as I can on Shellheads, and so... I used to make like yearly videos on the anniversary it came out defending Star Fox Zero, and Honestly, the next
Listen up, guys. Star Fox Zero.
is a good game. You all are just lazy and didn't want to learn the controls. Oh my word. Oh, I have to look down. Hold your gamepad in front of your face. Like, why do you gotta keep looking down? Just hold it up. Use your arms. Astral Chain being good defends the fact that Star Fox Zero is good.
Okay. I mean, Platinum's made a lot of good games, so I don't know why you had to wait till Astral Chain to defend Star Fox Zero.
Because people are giving high praises to Astral Chain, even though the controls are a bit wonky and weird to learn.
I guess all of their other games didn't really have wonky controls. But I think it's more just because of the idea of how the playstyle is supposed to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the whole idea is you got the legions, right?
Oh, we're talking about Astral Chain now, not Star Fox Zero.
Yeah. No, in Star Fox Zero, you got the legions, right? No, so in Astral Chain, you got the legions. And the whole idea is that they're basically like these... It's an AI that is fighting with you at the same time as you are. But then you have the chain ability. It's not an ability, but like the whole gimmick of how you fight with it. Where it's like you can pull it closer to you and then send it back out. So it can retarget enemies and whatnot. And then like... I'm pretty sure they've shown this one in the trailer where it's like you can actually make it run away from you and then like you run away from it and you pull the chain taut and then like if something dashes across the chain it like gets whipped back and gets stunned and whatnot. It's all really cool. It's actually a lot of fun to play, but it's definitely because you're basically controlling your character and then also telling an AI to not be stupid at the same time. So it's weird when you first start messing around with it, but once you like figure it out and figure out that it's pretty interesting. I'm really enjoying messing with it. But yeah, it took me like till the second boss to figure it out and really enjoy playing with it. I think that's all I have to say about Astral Chain. I can say more, but then I'd be spoiling stuff.
Yeah, and I haven't got to play it yet because it's sold out everywhere around me and I hate it.
Yeah, it's but it is fun. If you guys can find it, get it. Because one, support Platinum. They're a dope studio that makes dope games. And also Astral Chain's just really good. And I'm going to say, like right here and right now, probably one of the best games of 2019.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, I know we're on the tail end, so now's when we're going to get all the good games.
It's true.
Because as we all know, it's the last 4 months is when all the good games come out for the year. But
it's true.
I'm going to say it might be one of the best games, at least on Switch this year. And there have been some pretty good dope games on Switch this year. And there's still some more to come. I mean, we have, Pokemon comes out this year, right? That might be good.
That's
that might
November.
Not. Oh no, this will be the Pokemon that makes or breaks Pokemon for me.
I don't know. I'm not big on Pokemon as it is. Like I've played Omega Ruby and Moon.
Yeah.
And I've tried to play some of the originals, not my style. I've beat both Moon and Omega Ruby or whatever one was. It was the red one.
Omega Ruby.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire.
However, I mean, I do have a Totodile plush, but that don't mean nothing. I think Pokemon has done great with merchandising. I'm not going to lie there. Just the games are like, eh.
I mean, if the games aren't free, because I mean, you're also not like an RPG guy.
That too.
So like, and Pokemon is like the perfect epitome of Japanese RPGs.
Yeah.
Where it's like literally here's a bunch of different characters with different stats and like moves and bonuses, and you just put together your own team. That is literally what Pokemon is. So if you're not like an RPG person, I can see why you might not enjoy it.
Yeah.
But merchandising, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
If you love Pokemon, God, you can find whatever you want.
Even if you don't like Pokemon, you still have like your one favorite that's the cutest. And it's like, yeah, I like
because they're
that
also
one.
just well designed for the most part.
Yeah, these recent ones.
And then you have Muck.
And then you have Muck, and then you have the trash one.
See, but that's the thing. We're on a Pokemon tangent now, which will lead into whatever we talk about next. But I've always hated people who hate on Garbodor and Trubbish. It's actually the other way around, Trubbish and Garbodor. I hate people that hate on them because they're at least better designed than Grimer and Muck. And it's the same idea, just now they actually have designs instead of just being purple goop and bigger purple goop.
Yeah.
Like, I've never gotten people who thought that Trubbish and Garbodor were poorly designed Pokemon, but then think that every single one of the original 151 were well designed. Because they were not.
No.
There were some bad ones in the original 151. I mean, hell, look at Voltorb and Electrode.
Yeah.
Those things aren't amazing.
It's just a Pokeball with eyes.
And then an upside-down Pokeball with eyes.
Yeah.
Or Vegetorb. You've never seen that meme, have you?
I have no.
It's
wait, is it like a Dragon Ball thing?
It's because people found out that Electrode's eyes are like the exact same shape as Vegeta's eyes.
Of course they are.
So people just make memes of Electrode with Vegeta's like Super Saiyan hair, and it's kind of hilarious.
Nice.
But anyways, so now that we've done our tangent on normal Pokemon, let's move on into something else I've been playing this week, which is Pokemon Masters, the new Pokemon app game. That's actually kind of fun. I think it's more fun than base Pokemon Go. When Pokemon Go originally came out, and all you could do is catch Pokemon, and they wouldn't even show up that often, so there was nothing to do in the game for most of the time except go to Pokestops and
go outside.
Go outside and go to Pokestops and farm balls.
But honestly, base Pokemon Go was an experience.
That was an experience. If you were around and you actually went outside during that time, oh my gosh.
It had the perfect window. They released in the summer.
Yeah.
When everyone was out of school. I'm like, here, let's go outside and hunt Pokemon. Like, my parents were like, you're going outside? You never go outside. I'm like,
It's like, I need to catch the Pokemans.
Yeah. Like,
the Pokemonsters.
Like, the day I got it, I walked 5 miles.
Literally, Pokemon Go was such a success. My freaking mom played it.
I know,
like,
right?
That's how successful it was. It was crazy.
Yeah. All right, Pokemon Masters. Go back to that.
Pokemon Masters, I think it's actually pretty fun. There's more of an actual game. One of the things I love about it is that it is an app game with in-app purchases, of course, because Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have to make their money. But what I actually really like about it is that unlike a lot of other app games, there's not, like, it's mission-based, but there's not an energy system.
I love no
I
energy
know.
systems.
It's a mission-based app game that doesn't have an energy system. Just as long as you want to keep going, you can keep doing missions and farming stuff. It's pretty great. Now, in conjunction to that, they ramp up the difficulty pretty fast, so you do have to do farming. But they give you, like, training missions where it's like, do this, and and if you keep winning, we're just going to give you items that let you level up faster. So you can actually level up pretty quickly, but there's a lot you have to farm. So first off, there's different rarities in the game for your sync pairs. You don't just get Pokemon, you get sync pairs, which is a trainer partnered with one specific Pokemon. And so the whole idea then is that your moveset is both the Pokemon's moves and, like, trainer bonuses. So
the trainer can punch a Pokemon. Is that what you're saying?
I wish. Almost. But nah, so it'll be like, one of the first pairs you get is a character named Rosa, who's one of the main characters from Gen 5. And, I know you don't know. Point is, canonically, she's named Rosa, and she's a Gen 5 protagonist, and her partner Pokemon is Snivy. And so the whole gimmick is that with Snivy, you have the move Energy Ball, which is like a grass type move. And then you have Rosa's move, which is Potion. Might not be Potion. It might be like Full Heal or something. But the point is like it's an item. So like if Snivy gets low on health or one of your other sync pairs get low on health, then you can use Rosa's ability of Potion and just hand a potion off to someone else and heal them. So that's the whole gimmick, is like your moves consist of both item trainer moves. I put that in air quotes because they're not really moves, but they're like items or buffs or stuff. And then you have the actual Pokemon moves that actually do damage and things. Pretty interesting, but it's got a gacha system. You got to use the gems that you can either buy or grind to earn. And I know, yeah, it's not great. You got to grind to earn them, but unless you just want to pay money, and they don't seem to be cheap. But and then they got the classic gacha system of there's the 3-star ones that you're almost always going to get, which are the weakest ones. I don't know why they decided 3 stars the weakest and not just made them 1 stars. But so 3-star at the lowest, 4-star, and then 5 stars. And then on top of that, you also get to level them up. But they can only be leveled up to a certain level, and then you have to farm items to increase their level cap.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. So more farming you have to do. You don't just have to level them up. You have to get items to make it so you can level them up even more. And then you have to unlock their moves, which takes more items, because when you first get a sync pair, they only have 2 moves unlocked, but they can have 4 moves as well as passives.
Okay, grief.
So you have to get more items to unlock those. But luckily, pretty much all the items you actually need can be farmed off of the training stuff. It's just a matter of you have to actually farm them. So since you don't have energy, you can just do that all day, but it means you can just sit there all day farming and not actually make any progress in the game. I'd say my one big complaint about it, though, is there's no player versus player yet. There's a co-op mode where like you can team up with other people and do missions and whatnot, and you seem to get like better rewards from doing those, but there's no, at least I haven't unlocked it, if there is one, there's no player versus player mode yet. And like that's all I wanted from Pokemon Go, is I wanted to catch Pokemon and fight other real world people. And now Pokemon Masters came out and they also didn't succeed on that. Maybe it'll be in an update.
You can do it in Pokemon Go now.
Now, but not day one, and now I'm like so far behind because everyone kept playing and got real Pokemon, and I like most of my collection's still just the original 151.
Sucker.
I know, right? It's because I wasn't going to sit there and wait for them to put in actual stuff 4 years later. But anyways, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, so I think we're going to move on to talking about the meat of the podcast, because who knows how long this is actually going to take. So,
this can be as long as we want it, baby.
Honestly. So, we're recording this the day after the December Nintendo Direct. And,
there's a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about.
Now, I remember you saying you weren't super excited about this, or not excited, but like, after watching the Direct, you weren't like super hyped because it was a lot of RPGs.
Yeah.
And we already covered you're not like an RPG guy.
Yeah.
But for someone like me who loves RPGs, this was really exciting, even though there's quite a few RPGs that they're talking about here that I don't necessarily care for or find exciting, but there was still stuff about it that was super hype. Like, we'll get to the Dragon Quest 9, which we both have something hyped to talk about that, even though neither of us are like Dragon Quest people.
I thought it was 11.
I think it's 9. I think it's supposed to be a remake of 9.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'll do the research later and I'll put like a little disclaimer in
Here we go. All right. So we're just going to kind of go through the whole Direct from start to finish, and we're going to go just hit points that we want. So, first off, started right off the gate with Overwatch.
Oh my gosh, did not see this coming. I mean, I did, but like 3 days ago saw it coming. But before that, did not see it coming.
Did you not see the case leak?
No, that's what I was saying, is like a few days ago I saw it coming. But like before then, because I remember like back when the Switch first came out and everyone was talking about what's going to get ported to the Switch. And Blizzard like expressly came out and was like, we're not confident in our ability to make Overwatch the best it can be on Switch, and therefore we have no plans of putting it on Switch. And everyone took that as Overwatch is never going to be on Switch. And then Overwatch is now on Switch, and it's kind of hype.
Yeah, I did some research on it. Like the people that got Skyrim on Switch, they helped get Overwatch to where it needs to be. So that's awesome.
Dope remake or like ports coming to Switch. Like there's quite a few that even were talked about in this Direct that we'll get to. But like the Warframe port is really good on Switch. The Skyrim port is actually pretty dope on Switch. I don't know if you've played it. I've put some time into it.
I have not.
It's pretty much as good as at least the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions.
Hey, there you go.
So I mean, it's as good as it needs to be.
There you go. Let's see. Last thing of Overwatch, gyro aiming. I'm gonna be so good at Overwatch now because gyro aiming is a thing.
But only on Switch.
But only on Switch.
You're still going to lose in the PC game.
Honestly, you can watch me stream. You can watch like recaps of me streaming Overwatch. I'm bad. I can't aim.
It'll you know what? You're perfect just the way you are.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Next up was Luigi's Mansion.
Okay.
Woo-woo, new floors.
New floors. They all look super hype. This genuinely looks interesting, and I love that they acknowledge that it's like, why is there an Egyptian sand tomb in our hotel?
Why
Shut
not?
up.
Why not? Doesn't matter. It's a haunted hotel.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
We can put whatever we want here.
You're gonna buy this game anyway.
I love that they're hitting all of the cliches with this one. They got the Egyptian pyramid tomb. They got the haunted ghost ship, like,
and they have a disco.
and a disco.
You know that horror cliche disco.
Watch there be like a whole subgenre in like French of like horror disco movies that we just don't know about.
Oh, if only. Let's see what else.
Scream Park.
Scream Park, the 8-player co-op 4v4.
Okay, so I was telling you about this, that I can't wait to just play with a Switch in stand mode and have 8 people connected to it playing Scream Park on
Honestly.
a tiny Switch screen in stand mode. I just want that. That's what I want.
Welcome to chaos.
But 8 people on one console is never a bad thing. Like, Nintendo's the only kings of couch co-op anymore. Let's go.
Basically.
It looks hype though. I love all the mini games look genuinely just fun and interesting. I mean, they look exactly what you would expect from Luigi's Mansion mini games, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Super Kirby Clash.
It's a Kirby Boss Rush. Next.
Yeah, pretty much. Trials of Mana. I'm not too excited about this one. I'm not like a huge Mana player. I don't play Trials of Mana. Although I probably have the most to say about it compared to you.
Yep.
It looks good. I like the way it looks. This remake looks pretty dope considering the last one was like not this. It was like 2D bit style, which I still love. I love 2D bit style. But this one, like the full 3D environments and having multiple characters, when they revealed it, part of it reminded me of what's it called? Octopath Traveler. Still don't know why the game is called that. What a weird name. But
Octopath, because there's 8 different paths you can take, and
yeah,
you
but
traverse
it's a
the
stupid
world.
name.
Well, you know what?
But anyways, Octopath Traveler is a pretty dope RPG. Also has that like 2-bit, not 2-bit, but like 8-bit 2D stylings. But looks beautiful because like the environments are 3D. But that one, the whole idea was like with each character you played had a different story, and this seems kind of the same where it's like the different characters you have in your party are going to change the story or like give you a different story. I'm not quite sure, not a Mana person, so I'm not entirely sure, and I'm probably going to miss this one, but it does look hype for the people who like. I'm glad it's out there for the people who want it, if nothing else. So next on the list, Return of Obra Dinn. Looks hype.
It does look hype.
It looks good. And it's made by the same guy that made Papers, Please, which I know you don't know what that is.
No clue.
We were talking about it right before we started. Papers, Please is an old indie game on Steam. I don't think it's on anything else. They might have put it to other stuff, but I played it on Steam. The whole gimmick is that you are literally a border crossing guard for... They don't call it, but it's basically East and West Berlin right after World War II.
Oh, dang.
And the whole idea is that you're literally just a border crossing guard, and you have to look at people's papers, all of their information, and see if whether or not they're allowed to come into the country. And for every person that you process correctly, you get paid that day, and then maybe you earn enough money to actually feed your family at the end of the day.
Oh, I think I saw someone play that game.
Yeah, it's a super dope game. It's awesome. Like, for as basic a concept as it is, it's super fun. And whoever thought that doing paperwork was going to be a fun game?
Yeah, now that you say it, I think I do know what you're talking about.
It's a fun game. I've literally had it on
Yeah.
Steam since it came out. It's awesome, and to find out that this is made by the same guy is hype. I can't wait to play it. I mean, I think it's might already be out on like PC or something.
Maybe.
When I was doing research, that's kind of what it sounded like. So this might just be the console ports.
Yeah.
But still, I missed it on PC. Probably going to pick it up maybe on Switch when it comes out. It might be super fun. Yeah, it looks like it's already out on Steam. We're looking right now.
Oh, it came out last year.
Oh man, so that's been out for a while. Okay, but yeah, so super hyped for that one. Next one, Little Town Hero.
To be honest, I'm not interested in it.
So I'm not either.
Like, I was looking at the battle system, I'm like, okay, I get how it works, but I'm like, eh.
It doesn't look interesting to me. I'm sure there's a market that's going to love the game, and maybe the game's more than what it looks like, but at least to me, it doesn't look like a game or an RPG that I'm really going to enjoy, which is a shame, because when they first announced it and just had like the little teaser town thing and announced it was going to be made by Game Freak, I mean, huge fan of the Pokemon series.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that, I was like, another RPG by Game Freak.
Yeah.
Super hype. But then I saw it. I'm not a fan of the designs. I'm going to say it outright. The designs don't speak to me like the way that in Pokemon they did. And the battling mechanic, it looks interesting, but it doesn't look, at least for me, like it's going to be fun. I don't want to say that because I'm sure it's going to be fun for the people who like it. It's just, it doesn't look like it's going to be my kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
What I want from it. So,
However, the one thing I am excited for is that Toby Fox is doing the music.
that's so hype.
It is.
Like, honestly, even nothing else, I will probably just pick up the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't appreciate Toby Fox's work?
Yeah. Undertale has such great music.
Speaking of Toby Fox, let's move on to Smash.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, we're going to have
Here
a
we
bit to
go.
talk about here. Some hype stuff, some interesting stuff. Megalovania is now in Smash, guys.
Yep, it's a new remix too. Have you heard it?
I have not. I have not downloaded anything yet. I haven't downloaded Banjo yet. I haven't downloaded the Sand Skin yet or gone like... But I'm going to check that all out in like the next couple of days. That or I'm just going to play more Astral Chain. It's going to be a flip-flop. But...
See, Banjo being released... Well, basically being released the day of the Direct.
Wave Dashing is back in the game, boys.
Oh yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna find that video clip. But there's basically someone that was like messing around with Banjo, and he was basically doing this weird. It looks like wave dashing.
If you do find it, send it to me, and I'll just put it like the clip in the video.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find it.
We'll both look. If not, there won't be a clip of it in the video.
We'll
so
just look stupid.
we will look stupid. You all think we're crazy, but Wave Dashing's back in the game, boys. Let's go.
I like Banjo's moves. I've been playing as him.
Okay.
He like his side special is like this. It's like this. I want to call it like basically a trump card because it has such high super armor. It basically will go through anything, projectiles. It like will beat them out. It'll beat everything except a shield and a grab.
Okay.
And the thing is, you only get 5 of them per stock.
Okay.
So it does have like a little bit kind of overpowered, but it's limited. So you can only use it like 5.
You know, I actually really like that idea because I don't think there's any character that does that yet where it's like you get a limited amount of something for a whole stock.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really cool idea.
It's an interesting... It's a good choice.
Yeah. If it is overpowered, I guess we'll see in future updates when it gets limited to 3 per stock or gets increased to 7 per stock, won't we?
I don't know. I think I've been playing a lot with Banjo. 5 is actually a good number.
Yeah, but are we really the people to break new characters?
You're right, because
I don't think we're the people to break new characters.
I stopped playing Smash competitively for good reason.
Yeah. Terry got announced.
Terry.
Also coming out in November.
Yes.
That was right? Yeah. I would be more hype. Honestly, I love non-Nintendo characters being put in Smash Brothers.
I agree.
I just like the idea that Smash Brothers is just now the best of fighting game.
Never played any SNK.
Neither have I. I'm not an SNK person. The Neo Geo was beyond me as a kid.
Cause we're in that age where
We're in that age where like the N64 was our thing.
and not even that for me.
Not even that for you.
I was a PlayStation boy growing up.
Like for me, I was raised on GameCube, but like the first stuff I actually played was on like N64 and the original Game Boy. But I was raised on Game Boy Advance and GameCube.
I was raised on Crash Bandicoot 1, 3, and Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, and then my friends were raised on PlayStation.
And Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Everyone was raised on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Honestly.
Let's be honest, like I didn't even own a PlayStation, and somehow I have hundreds of hours on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
I have like I've actually looked up the soundtrack and I've like put it together in a playlist.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But so okay, that's crazy. But looks hype. Even though, I mean, other than I know that he's from Fatal Fury and I know what Fatal Fury is. I mean, this isn't the character for us, let's be honest, but at the same time, more characters in the game is great.
Watch us both main him.
Watch us both main him. I mean, hell, I didn't think I was going to be a fan of King K. Rool, and then here I am maining King K. Rool, so...
King K. Rool is fun, though.
He is fun, but here's the thing, though, is that he's like a heavy, and up until this game, I never played heavies.
Ultimate loves the heavies.
Oh, Ultimate loves the heavy. All the heavies are like pretty good in Ultimate, but like prior to Ultimate, I never played heavy characters. I always played light to medium characters, and then Ultimate came out, and I'm like, I really like this King K. Rool. So
let's see. They also announced that there are going to be more DLC fighters on the way.
Let's go, Fighter Pass 2.
Fighter Pass 2.
Fighter Pass 2.
Waluigi.
Now, they still haven't announced how many fighters are going to be in Fighter Pass 2. You'd think by like...
I mean, I don't even know if it's going to be called Fighter Pass 2.
It might just be like they add 2 or 3 more fighters, and they
Yeah.
won't even be like in a pass together, so you can't get them like discounted like the current Fighter Pass. I don't know.
But the current keyword is fighters.
Yes, so
Plural.
there's going to be at least 2.
Yeah.
We can confirm. Otherwise, Nintendo's lying to us.
Yeah, that's false advertising.
But why would
I'll
Papa
sue.
Nintendo do that to us?
Yeah, why would good old Doug Bowser do this to us?
Not Papa Nintendo, but
All right, I think we've been dancing around this topic long enough. Sans and Undertale.
Sans
Sans
is an
Undertale.
Undertale. It wasn't just Megalovania that was added to Smash. It was Sans. It's a Mii skin, but let's be honest. It's the Mii skin.
Honestly, Mii Gunner is gonna have so many new mains now.
Yeah, it's...
Basically, Sans is now Mii Gunner. Just replace it.
Yeah, like, who's going to play a Mii Gunner that's not Sans?
Basically. There are people that do have a John Wick Mii Gunner.
Okay, not gonna lie, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, that one works.
I honestly, like, don't play online often enough to see crazy Mii characters, so it's like... When I go on, I mostly just play against the standard crew. Everyone playing Snake and King K. Rool and Ganondorf.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sans is an Undertale.
My brother spoiled this, and I'm like, because I didn't get to watch the direct live. I was working, and so I've been like avoiding spoilers all day. I didn't even check Twitter until like 6 p.m. that day. And I'm like, Sans got added. And I'm like, no.
Gee, thanks.
No, like, I didn't believe him, because it's like, that is such a far-fetched idea that my brain wasn't fully, processing it. It's like,
why?
Wait, what?
Why is Sans?
Hold up. Sans Undertale? Sans? He's like, yeah, he's a Mii skin. And I'm like, no. And then I saw it, and I'm like, no, but yes. I'm like, I'm getting it. I already have it.
I mean, it gave us Megalovania.
It did.
If nothing else, you can now smash to Megalovania.
Can't wait for those grand finals to play Megalovania.
So is that all we want to say on Smash? Or do we just want to keep hyping up Sans?
No.
It's not even allowed in tournament play.
No, you can... No, 1-1-1, 1-1-1-1 Mii fighters are allowed, I believe.
Okay.
That sounds right.
See, I was still under the impression that you couldn't use Mii fighters in tournament play.
I don't know. There's going to be a whole new debate now because of Sans.
Yeah, Sans breaks it.
Sans breaks everything. All right, moving on. Link's Awakening. We're done with Smash.
Link's Awakening still looks adorable.
It does.
Let's be honest.
It's adorable AF.
Have you looked at how much it's going to cost?
Isn't it 60?
Yeah, that's what surprised me. Because it's a remake. I mean, it's a complete, like, reimagining of the game.
Yeah, that's why they're charging 60.
But still, at the end of the day, it's a remake of a Game Boy game. So I just didn't think there was going to be enough content.
If they can sell the Switch port for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for 60 when you can get on the Wii U for 20.
True. But still. I was just hoping for 40.
I don't know.
But whatever. Still probably going to play it. What I do like is the custom dungeons.
Custom dungeons.
Because that's what we needed is Zelda Dungeon Maker 2. Not even 2. Just Zelda Dungeon Maker. But it's great. I wish there was going to be, and there might be in like a future update, but I would like it if you could just upload the dungeons to the interwebs and then download them and just play random ones off the internet. Then it would just be Zelda Dungeon Maker.
Basically.
But still, the idea that you can just give them to friends with amiibos, that's still pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the most hype thing other than the art style, which is still amazing. And they showed the Link's Awakening amiibo.
Yeah.
Which looks equally adorable.
I mean, they've shown that forever, but it's still adorable.
It's still adorable. The only thing I kind of don't like about it is it does the thing that some of the amiibos do, which is like it's very clearly a hard plastic. And I don't like that look of like the really shiny hard plastic.
Well, that's kind of how it is in the game, though.
Yeah. I mean, it fits. I just don't like that look on my amiibos. I like the more like matte, softer plastic look. But that's just me.
Yeah. All right. So here, let's knock some things out that we really don't care about out of the way. So
Dragon Quest 9
or 11.
Or 11. I think it's 9. We'll put a little disclaimer to prove which one of us is wrong.
I think it's him.
It might be me. Looks good. More importantly, the entire game is playable in 2D.
Yeah, I like that.
That is kind of hype. Let's be honest.
I'm not. We're both. Well, I'm not a big RPG guy, but I was saying this in my own reactions to it. Like, the ability to play it in 2D or 3D is to give such power to the player because they can play it how they want.
Exactly.
They want a like more classic quote unquote experience. They can play it that way. If they want a modern experience, they can do it that way. I just think that's great.
And the idea that you can literally switch at any point in the game, no matter where you are, is super dope. I love it. It's basically 2 games in one.
Honestly. Like, if you want to play, like, if you want to traverse the map 2D and fight in 3D, go for it.
Yeah. Like, it looks fun. It makes me wish I was a fan of Dragon Quest, but I'm not. So.
Yeah, because you're a boring Western audience.
Hey, I just like Final Fantasy. Shut up.
So how's that 7 remake coming? That's a topic for another day.
Maybe someday. You know what? I'm fine because we still have 15. 15 exists.
All right. Divinity 2, whatever that was, pass.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah.
Looks hype. Wasn't a surprise, though. We recently got Divinity Original Sin 1, so...
Cross-save with Steam. That was the only cool thing that appealed to me.
Kind of.
Rogue Company.
It looks like another... what are they called?
I don't know.
I forgot the name last night, and I haven't remembered it since. But the Last Man Standing games, Fortnite,
Battle
Apex.
Royale?
Yes, that. I think it's just going to be another Battle Royale. I mean, it's by Hi-Rez, which makes God, what's the God game? Smite. Yeah, Hi-Rez makes Smite. So this is either going to be Smite, but with shooters, or it's going to be a Battle Royale. I'm leaning towards Battle Royale because Hi-Rez seems to be the only company that hasn't made a Battle Royale yet. That, like, seems like it's in their wheelhouse.
Let's see. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2. We're kind of going out of order here, but
It's a thing. It exists.
never played the original.
Once again, it's one of those things where I'm glad it's there for the people who want it, but
Yeah.
it's not for me.
One of my friends in high school, he was like, "Yeah!" I'm like, "Okay, cool."
If nothing else, this direct. I mean, every Nintendo Direct has been doing
this one
but
feels like it appealed to a very niche audience for specific things.
it kind of does. But I was about to say this Nintendo Direct specifically reminds me of this is just Nintendo making the Nintendo Switch literally the best of console.
Yeah, honestly.
It's the console that is the best of since 3D gaming existed, and even before 3D gaming a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, every best game that's ever gotten recognition as being half decent is getting ported to the Switch now, which is kind of hype. I like it. I like that people are getting the games they want on a modern console.
I'm just waiting for Star Fox Zero 2 for Switch.
Yeah.
Because I don't want Star Fox Zero on Switch. No, I want an actual sequel.
Yeah, like how Splatoon got a sequel not even a year after because Switch needed a Splatoon game.
It was 3-ish years between. It was either 2 or 3 years between.
I just remember it being a really small time, so it might have been 2. I don't remember.
That's why people are starting to predict rumors of Splatoon 3.
Maybe.
I'm like
I mean, they
maybe.
did just stop the new content for Splatoon 2.
Mm-hmm. And then Final Fest. See, I think they started development after Final Fest.
Probably.
Because that's basically how the players decided they wanted the series to go.
That's fair.
Because that was because, with how they said, this is how it's going to shape the world, chaos or order. We're going to start in chaos. Oh boy. So happy.
Oh boy.
I would have preferred to take over the utopian dystopia. Thank you very much. But no, we have to fight in Mad Max.
I just want another one because Splatoon's pretty great.
Yeah,
it's a fun shooter.
It is.
And it's fun to... Honestly, I just like the idea of its base game mode being not team deathmatch.
Yeah.
Turf War is actually genuinely
way.
pretty fun for me, so...
And I'm good at that because of gyro aiming. Watch out, Overwatch.
And I just like the big paint rollers.
All right. We got off topic. We're talking about Splatoon now. That wasn't even in the direct. Hold on, no. The Fire Emblem Tokyo Mirror.
Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE Encore
Hashtag
is what it's called. No, it's Sharp FE because it's a musical note.
What are you talking about?
It's musical notation. Okay, he walked off, so I'm going to be talking about Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE Encore because we're going to call the whole thing. I'm hyped for it. I like the original Tokyo Mirage Session. I mean, I love the Shin Megami Tensei games. I love the Persona games. So a game that's just for the Switch is great. I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised we're actually getting this before we're getting Shin Megami Tensei 5, which was one of the things announced when the Switch was announced, and we still don't have it or any news on it. Yeah, some of you probably forgot.
Don't look at me for
Shin Megami Tensei. Some of you probably forgot that Shin Megami Tensei 5 was a thing that was announced with the Switch, and we still have no word on it.
It was?
It was. I will literally find the trailer and just post it right here in the video so everyone sees.
Huh.
There was a little teaser trailer and it showed all the demons from Shin Megami Tensei, and then here we are 3 years into the Switch cycle and no Shin Megami Tensei 5. But Tokyo Mirage Session, it's Tokyo Mirage Session, which is cool. I'm glad it's a pretty good RPG for people who like it. Well, obviously for people who like it. People who like RPGs in general, if you like Shin Megami Tensei, if you like Persona, Tokyo Mirage Session's for you. And I'm glad it's getting a second life cycle on Switch because it came out on the end of the Wii U when the Wii U was kind of already dead. So it's good it's getting a second life cycle on Switch.
Second life.
Second life. Beyond that, the only thing I'd have to say is that its connection to Fire Emblem is strained at best. Literally, the characters that are supposed to be from Fire Emblem share their commonality with their Fire Emblem characters in little more than name and the weapon they use. Like, design-wise, they look nothing like their Fire Emblem characters, other than Tiki. Tiki looks a little bit like her Fire Emblem character, but beyond that, it's tenuous at best, but just ignore that, because it's just a pretty good RPG. Ignore the fact that it's connected to Fire Emblem in any way. Deadly Premonition 2. Another thing I'm kind of hyped for. I don't know if I'll get it, but I'm hyped for it, because I didn't think we'd ever get a sequel to Deadly Premonition.
It's a console exclusive at launch.
Yeah, which is kind of dope and surprising, but whatever. So you know nothing about Deadly Premonition, right?
Nope.
Basically,
Tell me more.
Basically, the whole idea is, well, do you at least know about the TV show Twin Peaks?
A little bit.
Okay.
I know it exists.
Basically, it's an open world 3D person, I want to say RPG, but it's not. It's kind of reminiscent of like Grand Theft Auto or something, in that you can get guns and you can hold items and whatnot, and you can change costumes, but it's not really an RPG, and you can drive around, open world. But the whole idea is that the story revolved around what was basically the story of Twin Peaks, which is that a girl in this no-name town in like New York / basically near Niagara Falls or whatever. Basically, high school girl in this no-name town ends up getting murdered. So this FBI detective comes to this small town and investigates the whole thing, and then finds out that the town is more than it seems. It's basically that.
Murder.
There's some weird voodoo magic stuff going on.
Cults and white people on the bull.
And black magic.
And black magic.
And like zombie things, but
honestly,
we're going to ignore that part. But basically, it's really cool that they're making a sequel. We never thought we'd get one, so it's actually pretty dope. And they're introducing a new character along with keeping the original character, the York. York is his name. York's the character from the original one. But they also have this new character. I can't remember her name. I want to say it starts with a C, but I don't know.
He keeps looking at me to help him, and I have no clue what he's talking about.
I mean, you at least also watched the Nintendo Direct. Anyways, I'm kind of hyped for it. Don't know if I'll actually play it, but it's hype. And Deadly Premonition, the original one, is getting a remake. I think they even said it was like already out.
Yeah, it was like getting released, called Origins, and that was out. And that's out now.
So if you do want to check out Deadly Premonition, if you've never have before, get the original. I don't know how much it costs on the eShop. I didn't look, but
let's find out.
Let's find out.
Joel's
Watch us shopping with Joel.
That could be a segment.
That could be a segment where we just shopping with Joel. Let's just look at how much things cost.
Let's look at how much things cost. Welcome to your ad break, where we'll tell you what came out. Recent releases.
We don't have enough subscribers to have ads yet.
Not with your. Oh my word!
This is literally going to be the first.
It's $30.
$30. Not bad.
Divinity 2. We talked about that. That's $50. The heck. Kirby Super Clash free. If My Heart Had Wings. What is that game?
If My Heart Had Wings. That sounds like a visual novel.
I think it is a visual novel.
It is a visual novel.
It's on sale.
Wonderful. But yeah, so it's out now, $30, which actually isn't bad. I was expecting it to be like 40 or something. So for $30, not bad. If you're interested in the game, pick it up. It's an experience. I can say that much. So Doom 64.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about this one.
I did want to talk about this. I haven't played Doom 64. The really only Doom I have played was Doom 2016. I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm having a good time playing through my super easy baby playthrough because that's who I am. Because who cares? I'm excited for Doom Eternal. That looks good. I think Doom 64 then completes the having the entire Doom series as a whole.
I'm actually kind of surprised that they waited this long to put Doom 64 on it if they were going to, because we just recently got Doom 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch. So them waiting and and now Doom 64 is coming out in a couple of months. It was kind of weird. You'd think they'd just push it on there with everything else. But I think it's because Doom 1, 2, and 3 were released as a set on other consoles too.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why.
So was there a Doom 4 or was Doom 4 2016?
2016 is like a Doom reimagining.
Okay, so it has everything but Doom 4.
Well, Doom 4 isn't a thing. Well, you said if Doom 2016 is Doom 4, but it's not.
It's technically... Was it the fourth Doom game, technically?
Not if you're counting Doom 64.
Okay, whatever. You can play the entire Doom collection on your Switch. There you go. It's a Doom
Pretty
machine.
much.
Merry Christmas. There you go.
Let's
talk Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Didn't we already talk Pokemon?
Yes, but not about Sword and Shield stuff.
Oh.
But I can run through this really quick.
Are you going to run it through quick?
Okay.
20 seconds, go.
I'll try. Customization, it was in 6th gen. I don't know why they took it out in the first place. Camp, it's Pokemon and Me.
Pokemon and Me with your friends.
Pokemon and Me with your friends / Pokemon Refresh from 7th gen. Curry, it seems to just be the Breath of the Wild cooking segment, but with curry.
And no Tim, so it's not good.
And new Pokemon, it's a teapot. We still don't know what the second evolutionary stages of the starters look like. I just want to know that.
Dang, you missed my great Tim Curry joke.
I did. But there you go. Sword and Shield. I think that was longer than 20 seconds, but
whatever.
It out.
Good enough for me. Let's see. More year 2 of Nintendo Switch Online, you got to pay for it. They announced SNES games, which I keep trying to refresh the eShop and hoping they're there, and they're not.
Weren't they supposed to go live yesterday?
No,
today.
Today.
Right. It might be later today.
Yeah.
I just want to play Link to the Past. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think that was that a...
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the very bottom of the list.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, we're getting Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on Switch, and I'm just going to play through Link to the Past again.
They're most likely gonna release Star Fox 2 on that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because they have the ROM now.
They have the ROM.
It's done because they released it.
Everything that was on the SNES console is going to get put in that that online eShop. I think everything off of the NES one got put on for the NES stuff, so it should be expected.
Exactly.
I just can't wait for the N64s online next year.
Right? or Game Boy.
I would also take Game Boy. I'm not gonna lie. Give me the ability to play the OG Pokemon games on.
There you go.
I'll play them again.
Let's see. They announced a new Nintendo Online membership exclusive controller, which is the SNES controller. Looks good. $30.
Not bad for a controller. In
not
all
bad.
honesty.
It's compatible with more games than just the SNES.
The SNES stuff.
Like I can play Mario Kart with it.
And I'm sure you can play the NES stuff with it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, boom! It's a perfectly reasonable controller.
For me, it feels better to do that than buying the 2-pack of the NES controller for like $70. That turned me away.
This one is far more reasonable to get.
I agree. I mean, it doesn't you can't attach it to the Switch like a Joy-Con.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't really need to.
I didn't look into it too much. Is there an order limit on those? I feel like there would be.
I believe you can get 2.
I assume you would be able to get at least 2, but I'm wondering if like do they limit you like you can only get 2 or like you can only get 4 or like not if you want you can buy the whole stock. Because I know they're limited edition, and I don't
think you can buy all of them.
I doubt you could buy all of them. But
looking it up. Hi, Astral Chain.
I'm sure there's probably some limit considering you have to be a Nintendo Online person anyways to get them. There's
service.
Probably going to be some type of limit because they can actually tell how many you're buying. We're looking right now.
4.
4. So you're limited to 4 per online,
Nintendo account.
Per Nintendo account. Though I'm assuming Nintendo account with a paid Nintendo Switch Online. So if you're willing to have multiple accounts with multiple Nintendo Switch Onlines paid for, you can get more controllers. But I don't know if you're willing to do that.
Because I have a full family plan, and looking there, it means only 4 of us can get it, and we don't all live in the same house.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's for later. I got that's personal stuff to look up later. Let's see. Tetris 99 got a version 2.0. I got it. I haven't got to pay. I didn't pay for the DLC to get all the bonus stuff because I didn't want to. Physical release comes out tomorrow.
It's kind of interesting, although all it seems is just it seems like you're just paying for the Nintendo
membership.
Online subscription.
You get that, but you also get all the DLC.
You do, which actually would make it cheaper.
And the future DLC too. It's for like 20.
Maybe it makes it cheaper. I don't know. I need to look.
It's about the same price.
It's about the same price. Okay.
Yeah. So, Tetris. If you like Tetris, you know that you're playing it, and you can get themes for your thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And missions. Cool.
Okay. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
I'm gonna get that game. I'm so excited for it.
I love the 2D.
It looks better than Rio. It looks so much better than Rio.
It looks really good. Also, let's go back to talking about how 3D games with 2D segments
are great.
They're great.
I'm for that.
We love it. We want more.
Basically, it's the story mode that's going to be put in that 2D mode, which
probably
because that's what they were saying in the that's how I was assuming in the direct. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, when they came out and they're like, yes, the story is going to take place not in the 2020 Olympics, but in the 1964 Olympics. I'm like, so that's what all the 2D old school stuff is for. Dope either way.
Yeah.
I like it. Pretty exciting. I'd say the one downside is that, well, no, there has to be more to it because you can play as like a lot, like 8 or 10 different characters in the 2D modes, but they said in the story mode there's only going to be Mario, Sonic, Eggman, Bowser, and like Toad.
That sounds right.
So those 2D versions have to have like at least a non-campaign version. But they'll probably be used in the campaign, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Daemon X Machina demo. The thing comes out next week. This is basically the last demo up until it comes out. You are downloading it right now.
I am currently downloading it right now. Because this is actually the demo that decides on whether or not I'm going to get this game. How big is this? Oh boy.
How big is it?
I don't know. It actually didn't say. It just
man.
started downloading, which makes me nervous.
You need to look in the information.
Yeah.
But cool. It seems to be the story demo. It's literally like
it's the first chapter.
Yeah, it's the first chapter, and you can even like save your game. And when you actually get the game, if you do get the game, just play from that point in the demo, as long as you made it that far. So like, pretty dope. Not gonna lie, super excited. It looks hype. But I'm also just a fan of like those mech shooter games.
Ooh.
So.
But also Star Wars Pinball comes out that same day next week. I'm probably gonna get that. I'm a sucker for pinball. I'm not gonna lie.
But how many pinballs do you need? Witcher 3. It's the whole game on Switch.
Whole game on Switch. They did it somehow.
They see, this is going back to everything's getting ported to the Switch and they're doing it successfully. And I don't know how, but they are. Didn't expect the entirety of Witcher 3 on Switch, and it looks passable. Like,
yeah.
It's not beautiful, but it looks good for it being a giant open world game.
What did they say it was? It's like 540 undocked, 720 docked, or something like that.
Which is still impressive, let's be honest. I don't know what the frame rate's going to be like, but as long as it hits 30, I'm going to be happy.
There you
go. I'm not going to get it because I already own the complete version of Witcher 3 on both PC and PS4. I don't need to buy it a third time.
What? You don't want a triple dip?
I know, right? But I'm happy it's there for the people who don't have a PC that can play it or, another home console. It's a great game for adults only, kids.
Adults only.
Adults only. There's a nudity.
There's a reason why it says M. Mature.
This is probably the game as to why Nintendo came out and said we're not censoring anything. Because this game 100% has nudity in it.
Ooh, oh boy. Yeah. Get those virtual genitalia.
Yeah, so this is probably the game as to why Nintendo came out like last month and we're like, we're not censoring stuff. Everything's going to be uncensored.
All right. What was the shirt in Rebel?
Oh, Assassin's Creed Rebel. It auto-corrected.
Oh.
So Assassin's Creed, the Rebel Collection, it's Black Flag and Rogue, which means it's the ones I'm least hyped about.
It's the ones with boats.
It's the ones with boats, which means I'm not going to care.
Which I don't need to get because I play Sea of Thieves. Ooh.
Yeah.
Burn.
See, for me, I actually love the Assassin's Creed games. except for Black Flag and Rogue, because they're the ones with boats, and I don't like the sailing stuff. I know people who do. People think Rogue is like the best Assassin's Creed, and I totally respect that. If you like the sailing stuff, that's all on you. But for me, it's not gameplay that I enjoyed. So Black Flag and Rogue are not my games. But once again, it's another thing. I'm glad it's there for the people who want it.
Ooh, we're almost there. 3 more to go.
Dauntless.
I have it on PC. It's boring by yourself. If you get a group of friends, it'll be a lot better. Moving on.
It's expected. Animal Crossing.
Yes!
Sell weed for bells.
Basically. Honestly, those jokes were too easy. It's like, oh, you have weed? I'll buy that from you. I'm like, oh, come on. It's like, you are literally handing the memes out.
Weed for bells.
But, jokes aside, that game looks super fun.
It's Minecraft, but Animal Crossing.
Minecraft, but Animal Crossing. You get to craft. You get 8 of your friends in the same world online.
We're totally going to have a world. Let's be honest.
Yeah. The DC.
The digital collaborative world.
Or the Limp Soap world.
I
think we'll call it Limp Soap Island.
Limp Soap Island. I like that.
Limp Soap Island. Get ready for some playthroughs with that.
It looks really good.
It does.
The weather effects look really good in it so far. Yeah, I'm excited.
I kind of stopped playing New Leaf because I'm like, this is boring. Now it's like, I can craft, and I can make this pole vault thing where I can just jump over the river.
I'm super excited.
Because no one else will pay to build the bridge.
Yeah, it's hype. It's an Animal Crossing, and those have not gone wrong yet, so... Let's be honest. We're hype. And then, last but not least, the final reveal of the trailer is Xenoblade Chronicles is getting a remake. Again.
Woohoo!
I like it. I'll probably get it, because I haven't played... I didn't get the new 3DS one, so I haven't played it since the original Wii.
Yeah, I've seen some side-by-side comparisons, and ooh...
It looks good.
It looks crisp.
It looks good. And as someone who likes the Xenoblade games, totally going to pick it up, play it. It'll be fun.
In the words of Shulk himself, I'm really feeling it.
It's rolling time. They didn't say that in the trailer, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's rolling time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you play it, you'll understand.
I might just borrow it from you.
Maybe.
Get it.
Well, there's no guarantee that I'll get a physical copy. I might download it.
The worst.
It depends on whether I feel like going out or not that day.
Honestly.
But yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct.
Woo!
Almost everything that was announced. We might have missed 1 or 2 things, but if we did, they weren't important.
We did. Home run contest and Smash.
Oh yes, that's a thing.
I like home run contests. I've been playing a lot of that.
It's pretty great. It's okay. The problem is that Ultimate already included some of my favorite modes, 100-man Smash.
Yeah.
So I was never a big home run contest person.
You're not fun with you're not good with the combos then.
I'm not.
Yo, Piranha Plant is my go-to because you use poison.
Ooh.
You're able to get 2 full poisons in there, and you rack up 120 before you hit it. That's my high score. I mean, I'm not as good as it. I can't do it with Chrom or Ganondorf where you just hit it with their big attack and it goes forever and a day. But
forever and a day.
Basically, people are already getting it to 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
And apparently they scaled it up. They scaled it properly so it is actual kilometers or something. Which I'm like, cool, whatever.
That's actually pretty cool.
Well, it seems scaled properly. But yeah, okay, we talked Direct. I think we covered everything.
We talked about everything. Yeah, that's the podcast.
This has been the Digi-Cola Bar, and I need a drink. You didn't pour me any drinks.
So,
delicious.
We do plan on having other people on here in the future. We have one friend,
Mad Hatter
XX3. She needs to change that name. That's totally not a copyrightable name.
Mad Hatter's in public domain.
Is it?
Yeah, Alice in Wonderland's public domain.
I guess it is. Yeah. Okay. But it's not creative.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Power
Surge might be on here in the future. Shaman. But definitely Mad Hatter's going to get on here. She wants to do a little bit
segment called The Posh with Tosh.
So look forward to that in future episodes.
Yes.
It'll be fun. If there's anything that like you want us to cover or any segment ideas that you guys have, let us know in the comments.
Like, we discovered the What's on the eShop.
Yeah, we discovered the What's on the eShop.
Where we find weird things on the eShop.
Admittedly,
honestly, just set it at like $5 or lower and see what nonsense is on there.
Just see what's the first stuff that pops up.
Basically,
now that I'm considering it, because I have a Japanese eShop account,
ooh,
we could just do the Japanese version of it. Just
yes.
What's releasing in Japan right now?
What's in Japan?
Oh man!
Boom! There's a segment idea. Boom!
That's a
done.
segment.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been Shellheads. You can follow me on Twitter at the Shellheads.
I'm WhiteBlight9000. You can follow me on Twitch at the WhiteBlight9000. Just WhiteBlight9000.
Just WhiteBlight9000.
You can also follow my Twitter at White_Blight. Yeah, we'll probably put all our stuff in the descriptions anyways. Just go down in the descriptions and check us out.
Find things, Digital Collaborative, where have some cool stuff in the works.
This is the first episode of the podcast. We're definitely going to be continuing this.
Yeah.
But we're going to have some other cool ideas. We have some stuff in the pipeline.
Pipeline, that was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. What did you say?
I just said stuff in the works.
Oh, yeah. Pipeline. We have stuff in the works of the pipeline.
And the pipeline works.
So, it's exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy what we bring in the future. And I hope you check out all of our stuff, our YouTube channels, our Twitches, our Twitters. It'll be great. See you guys next podcast next week.
Ding, ding, last call. We should have done that before we did this closing bit.
One last call for alcohol.
There you go. Yeah. See, we do last call and then we plug our stuff.
I like that. Okay.
Thanks. See, this is the things you learn when recording your first episode.
I might not even leave this in. I might cut this out because this is us being an idiot.
You know what? Isn't this whole podcast us being an idiot?
Yes, but we at least covered information for most of it.
Yeah, most of it.
This is us recognizing that we had a great bit set up and we didn't abuse it.
That's true. All right. See y'all whenever we do. Goodbye.
Next week?
Maybe, if optimistically.
I hope so. We're now doing a podcast. We should do it next week.
Yeah, we should.
We should capitalize on it.
Yeah, okay. Done.
Bye, guys.